Hi dear students, welcome back to biology class. In this video let us continue with the chapter 8, that is cell, the unit of life. In this chapter let us learn about the lysosomes, types of lysosomes and functions, and also vacuoles and its functions. The lysosomes and vacuoles, they are also part of endomembrane system. In the beginning of this chapter you learned about what is endomembrane system and what are the different types of organelle that includes. So let us recall, the endomembrane system includes endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuoles, because the functions of all these organelles, they are coordinated. Hence all these cell organelles, they are included in the endomembrane system, whereas the mitochondria and chloroplast, its functions, they are not coordinated with this group of cell organelles, hence they are not included in endomembrane system. So endomembrane system includes endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuoles. Okay, so in the previous videos we learnt in detail about the structure and functions of endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex. Now let us go ahead with in this video let us go ahead with the lysosomes, types and functions. Let us see what are the lysosomes. Dear students, you might have heard about the suicide bags of the cells. The lysosomes are also known as suicide bags of the cells because in order to remove the owned out cell organelle, these lysosomes surrounds such older cell organelle which is non-functional, for example mitochondria. Okay, and these lysosomes bursts themselves to recycle those the owned out or old cell organelles. Hence, as these structures, they kills themselves in order to remove the old and non-functional cell organelles. Hence these are known as lysosomes. Hence lysosomes are also known as suicide bags. The lysosomes were first discovered by Belgian biochemist, that is Christian de Dieu, in the year 1955 in the liver cells, whereas the term lysosome was given by a scientist called Nevikov. And these lysosomes, we all know that these are absent in prokaryotic cells, that is lysosomes, they are absent in prokaryotic cells, but they are present in eukaryotic cells except mammalian RBCs. Remember, in the mammalian RBCs, the lysosomes are absent, whereas the lysosomes have also been recorded in the fungi, Euglena, then cotton and pea seeds. Okay, so lysosomes, they are absent in prokaryotic cells, they are present in eukaryotic cells except RBCs, that is red blood corpuscles, matured RBCs, and the ribosomes, they also been recorded in fungi because fungi is also eukaryotic cell. Euglena, it is from kingdom Protista, it is also eukaryotic cell, and the seeds of cotton and pea. Now, the shape and size of lysosomes. The lysosomes, they are generally spherical in shape but irregular in plant root tip cells. Then size ranges from 0.2 micrometers to 0.8 micrometers. In previous video we learnt how these lysosomes are formed because we are discussing about the functions of endoplasmic reticulum, the enzymes which are formed in the prokaryotic cell, in the eukaryotic cell, that is in the Golgi complex, they are just pinched off from the ends of Golgi bodies, that is cisternae of the Golgi bodies. Hence the lysosomes, they are small membrane bound vesicles which contains the hydrolytic enzymes. So there are different types of lysosomes have been studied. Mainly there are 4 types of lysosomes are there. First one is the primary lysosome, second one is secondary lysosomes. The secondary lysosomes, they are also known as phagosomes. The secondary lysosomes are also known as phagosomes. Then third one is tertiary lysosomes or residual bodies. Later I will tell you what these phagosomes and residual bodies are. Then fourth one is autophagosomes. So remember, there are 4 types of lysosomes are there. This is additional information what I am giving you. The 4 types of lysosomes are the primary lysosome, secondary lysosomes. Secondary lysosomes are also known as phagolysosomes. Then tertiary lysosomes, these are also known as residual bodies. And the fourth type is autophagosomes, or these are also known as autolysosomes. Now let us see what these different types of lysosomes are. The primary lysosomes, what these primary lysosomes are? The primary lysosomes, here you can see these are newly formed lysosomes, contains enzymes. Probably this enzyme is in its inactive form. Here you can see this is the Golgi apparatus. Okay, so this is maturing phase. Here new vesicles are formed. So this vesicle, it grows, and this vesicle, it contains certain enzymes which are in its inactive form. Okay, so such lysosomes are known as primary lysosomes. Then secondary lysosomes. The secondary lysosomes are also known as phagosomes. What these secondary lysosomes or phagosomes are? The primary lysosomes, they get fused with a material which is to be digested and results in the formation of structures called the secondary lysosomes or phagosomes. See, for example, here you look at this is the food material that enters into a cell, and now this food material needed to be digested. Here the primary lysosomes moves towards this food particle, and it fuses and forms a structure called a phagosome. So this is phagosome, hence it is known as secondary lysosomes. Then third one is tertiary lysosomes or residual bodies. What these tertiary lysosomes are? The tertiary lysosomes are also known as residual bodies because when the phagosomes are formed, the food material is being digested, then useful material is being transported to the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, then the undigested substance which is not useful to the cell, still it is retained in the body. Okay, so retained in that phagolysosome which is formed earlier. Now this is known as residual body or tertiary lysosome. So tertiary lysosomes or residual body contains the lysosome and the undigested food material, or which is not the material which is not useful to the cell. Now hence it is known as the residual bodies or tertiary lysosomes. Then fourth one is autolysosomes or autophagosomes. What these autolysosomes or autophagosomes? So here you look at this is a mitochondria and this is non-functional owned out mitochondria. Now it is to be recycled. Now what happens? The large number of the primary lysosomes comes and surrounds this mitochondria. Okay, so now fuses and forms one vacuole. See this vacuole is known as autophagic vacuole. This vacuole is known as what? Autophagic vacuole or autophagosomes, or it is also known as autolysosome. Okay, so these are the different types of lysosomes. Then what are the functions of lysosomes? The functions of lysosomes, as I said, I explained some of the functions here. Now in general I can say that the lysosomes, these are isolated vesicles and they are rich in almost all types of hydrolytic enzymes. For example, hydrolases, lipases, proteases, carbohydrates, etc. And these enzymes optimally they are active at acidic pH. So the lysosomes, they are rich in almost all type of hydrolytic enzymes, hence they are involved in hydrolysis of lipids, proteins and carbohydrates, and these enzymes are active in acidic pH. Then lysosomes, they also engulf the carcinogens. What are carcinogens? The substance which causes the cancer are known as carcinogens. For example, some viruses are known to cause the cancer, hence they engulf such viruses or such carcinogens. In addition to this, the lysosomes of the sperms provides the enzyme for breaking the limiting membrane of the egg so that the sperm can enter into the egg and fertilization, it helps for the fertilization. In addition to this, the lysosomes they function as they trigger the cell division or initiate the cell division by digesting the repressor molecules in the cell. So these are some of the functions of lysosomes. Now let us learn about the vacuoles. What these vacuoles are? The vacuole is membrane bound space found in the cytoplasm. You have studied the difference between plant cells and animal cells. One of the major difference you mentioned there, that the vacuoles are present in plant cells, whereas vacuoles absent in animal cells. If present, they are very small in size. So these vacuoles, here you can see this is the plant cell, and most of the space in the cytoplasm, it is being occupied by the vacuole. So it is just a membrane bound space found in the cytoplasm. The membrane of this vacuole is known as tonoplast. So you look at this, this is the membrane of the vacuole. So this membrane is known as tonoplast, and inside the tonoplast the cell sap is present, and this is the vacuole. It consists of water sap, excretory products and other materials which are not useful for the cell. So in the vacuole, it consists of cell sap or water sap, excretory products and other substances which are not useful to the cell. In plant cells, the vacuole is large. It occupies up to 90% of the volume of the cell in the plant cell. Then what are the functions of vacuoles? In plant cells, this tonoplast, that is a membrane of the vacuole, it facilitates the transport of number of ions and other materials against the concentration gradient into the vacuole. Hence their concentration is significantly higher in the vacuole than in the cytoplasm. See, in the cytoplasm, the various ions are present. The excess of ions, they are stored in the vacuole, and here the transport of such ions takes place against the concentration gradient. That is, the concentration of ions is more in the vacuole as compared to the cytoplasm. Whereas in case of amoeba, there are two types of vacuoles that we have studied. One is the food vacuole and another one is contractile vacuole. The contractile vacuole is very important in case of amoeba because it helps or it maintains water balance in the body, that is osmoregulation, and also it is important for excretion. So in amoeba, the contractile vacuole, it is meant for osmoregulation and excretion. Whereas in addition to this, the food vacuoles are also present in the amoeba. That is, it acts as a temporary stomach where when the food molecule enters into a cell of the plasma in the amoeba, it forms a vacuole and the food is being digested. Useful food material is being transported into the cytoplasm, and waste material is being thrown out of the cell. Okay, so in amoeba the contractile vacuoles and the food vacuoles are present. So these are the functions of vacuole. Thank you. We'll meet in the next video.